Welcome again to the Old Principal. I am the Old Principal, 我就是老校长, and we have now another interesting lesson. There are actually stories, lots of stories. Some are my stories, many are off the internet or from books or from my friends. Okay, today's lesson is number 264. I don't know if you've ever met this man. Probably not, because he comes from a long time, well, not too long ago, but I'm sure that he's already dead. And we're going to talk about him. His name was Charles Schwab. You probably never heard about him, but if you will stay by and listen to the story that my wife reads, after the story, we'll look at it sentence by sentence.
Story 264. He enjoyed his work. To the casual onlooker, it may seem that some successful men and women sometimes have had a streak of good luck. But when we get to know these people, we often find that luck had nothing to do with their success. There was no magic formula, no secret to success. One day in the early years of the 20th century, the manager of the great Carnegie Steel Company asked the head of the drafting department, "Al, I'd like to have your best man come up to my office. I have some special work I need to have him do." "But all my men are good men," the supervisor replied. "I don't have a number one man." A few days later, an order came down from the manager's office. "We have a job that needs to move quickly through the plant. Every man in the drafting room will need to work 2 hours overtime each working day in order for us to accomplish this." After several weeks of these overtime hours, the manager pulled the head of the department aside. "Al," he inquired, "how do the men like the accelerated program?" "Like it?" frowned Al. "They don't like it. They're all complaining about having to work the extra time." "All of them?" asked the manager. "Yes. All but one man." "And who is that?" inquired the manager. "His name is Charles Schwab. He just eats work. He seems to enjoy it." "Send him to my office," the manager smiled. "He's your number one man. He's the man I want." The world of his time came to know Charles Schwab when he became Steel King, the outstanding man in the steel industry. He enjoyed his work. To him, it was not drudgery. Work was a game, a pleasure. Success, in Schwab's case, had nothing to do with luck. It was an attitude.
To the casual onlooker, what is a casual onlooker? An onlooker is like a 旁观者. A 旁观者 is an onlooker or somebody who's watching something. Casual 就是一般的人, okay? To the casual onlooker, it may seem that some successful men and women sometimes have had a streak of good luck. A streak of good luck, okay? So, successful, 成功的男的跟女的, okay, sometimes seem to have a streak, okay? What does that mean? 有一段走运的时期，他们的运气很好 Okay, a streak. That means 一段. In other words, not just once, and punctiliar, as we would say, but they seem to keep on having good luck. 持续不断的, very lucky. So, to the average person, to the casual onlooker, says, oh, he's a lucky man. But they never ever quite understand the background. Very seldom is there really luck. And in fact, somebody said that success is, listen to this. Can you figure this one out? 2% inspiration and 97% perspiration. Got that? 2% 灵感 and 98% perspiration. 非常努力出汗等等. The casual onlooker may seem like successful men and women have sometimes had a streak of good luck going on. But when we get to know these people, we find that luck had nothing to do with their success. 他们的这个成功完全跟这个运气无关的. Nothing to do with luck going on. There was no magic formula, no secret to success. No magic formula, okay? 没有什么奇妙. Of course, magic, of course, is 变魔术. But you could say that 程式 is formula, okay? 公式. No magic formula. 没有什么奇妙的公式. Formula that you use in chemistry, correct? Right? Okay? No secret to success. 没有什么秘诀. Although I must say that nowadays, the most popular books in the market happen to be about success formulas, secrets to success. In fact, one book is the secrets of successful people. All sorts of books like this. But usually it takes just a whole lot of work. Going on. One day, in the early years of the 20th century, okay, 20th century, okay, this is a long time ago, okay, these are the 1900s, okay, the 1900s. I was born halfway through that, no, not even halfway, okay. 20世纪, okay? The manager of the great Carnegie Steel Company, okay? The manager, okay? 这个经理 of the great Carnegie Steel Company. Carnegie 这个钢铁公司, okay? It's a very famous steel company, was a very famous steel company. He asked the head of the drafting department. 他就请 the head of the drafting department. Okay, 这个部门呢，部门的主管啊。What is drafting? 绘图，他们是画图的绘图部门。So he asked them a a question. He asked him a question. Going on. Al, that was his name, maybe Alvin or Albert or whatever. Al, that's the name of the person. I'd like to have your best man to come up to my office. I'd like for your best man, 你部门最好的一个人来我的办公室。I have some special work I need to have him do. I have some special work. 有特别工作，我就是要他做。Going on. But, and this is what Al, the supervisor, said, and he replied, but all of my men are good men. Yeah, I think that many people feel that way. All of my workers, okay, 手下的工人, they're good men. They're all really good men. I don't have a number one man. What does it mean to be number one? 独特的，突出来的 special, number one. We often use it, number one meaning the very best. So I don't have a number one man. Going on. A few days later, an order came down from the manager's office. Again, the manager being the big boss. Okay, there was an order that came down from there. 指令. In other words, this is a command, but this is an order. This is something that they have to do. 指令. Okay, so the order came down from the manager's office, and here's what it said. Going on. We have a job that needs to move quickly through the plant. Okay, first of all, let's take a look at this. We have a job, 我们有一份工作 that needs to move quickly through the plant. Okay, now, you understand that a plant is a 工厂. Okay, my father, sometimes we say manufacturing plant, but sometimes plant is just simply 工厂. Okay, and so it has to move through the plant. Now, a plant is usually a big building, very big building. In fact, many buildings connected, 连贯的, many buildings, and something starts here and it goes through the plant, which means it goes one step at one step and goes for long. We say mass production. So it's going very fast through the plant. Go ahead. So they need to have somebody to go to make this thing go fast. Every man in the drafting room will need to work 2 hours overtime every working day in order for us to accomplish this. Okay. 在绘图部门, okay, the drafting department, 绘图部门, everybody is going to have to work an extra what? 2 hours a day. Okay? 2 hours overtime. 加班, okay? 2 hours overtime every day, working day, 为了要完成 这份工作。To accomplish meaning 完成这份工作。Going on. After several weeks of these overtime hours, okay, after several weeks of these overtime hours, so they're working overtime week after week, several weeks, 几个星期之后，每天 what? 加班 overtime, working overtime. The manager pulled the head of the department aside. So what does it mean to pull the manager aside or the supervisor aside? Okay. 叫他到一边呢 to pull him aside and quietly talk to him. So he is pulled aside. He's pulling this supervisor, this manager aside. And he's going to, this is the big boss now, is going to ask him some questions going on. Al, he inquired, 询问的. Okay, Al, remember that's the person's name. How do the men like the accelerated program? What does it mean to accelerate? Accelerate means to 加快. To an accelerated program, in this case, 这个加快的计划. In other words, it's a project or a plan, it's work that they are speeding up. 加快. So it's an accelerated program going on. Like it? Frowned Al. Okay, Al 皱着眉头, he frowned. Like it? 喜欢啊? And of course he's frowning. They don't like it. They are all complaining about having to work the extra time. Now, normally the extra time is paid. So they get paid overtime. So they get paid extra money. But this is, it just means that you get home 2 hours late, right? So nobody likes it. They don't like it. They're all complaining, 抱怨. They're all complaining about having to work extra time. Not happy. Okay, going on. All of them? Asked the manager. All of them? Asked the manager. 所有的人是这样吗? Going on. Yes. But, this is always the way it goes. Yes, but, all but one man, 所有的人是抱怨，除了一位，这个一个人以外。Okay, so, and who is that? Inquired, 还是询问 the manager. Who is this person that is not complaining? Go ahead. His name is Charles Schwab. Now, did you see that picture at the beginning of the program? That was a picture of Charles Schwab in the early part of the 19th century. He just eats work. He seems to enjoy it. This is what you call mixing metaphors. By the way, this is not supposedly good English, but sometimes you can mix the metaphors for added emphasis, 要强调. So he says he eats work. Well, you notice that it says eats, and you see these quotation marks there. He eats work. 他非常投入这个工作。He seems to enjoy it. 看起来好像很喜欢工作。In fact, that even means to enjoy his, 2 hours overtime. Now, what did the big boss say? Send him to my office. Send him to my office. And then he said it this way. Send him to my office. The manager smiled. This is the big boss. He's your number one man. He's the man I want. Who is your number one man? Who is your special man? Who is the one that is different and better than all the rest? He is the one who eats work. 非常投入他的工作。So, send him to my office. He is your number one man. And the world of his time came to know Charles Schwab when he became the Steel King. And the world of his time, 那时候的这个世界they came to know 就开始了解也认识 Charles Schwab. He became the Steel King. What does that mean? 他就变成钢铁大王。Everybody knew him because, well, do you remember the reason why? Because he just ate work. He loves to eat work. 非常投入他的工作。To him, okay, to him, he was the outstanding man in the steel industry. 这个钢铁工程okay, and making of steel and all these things. He was the outstanding person. What does outstanding mean? He was the special, one of a kind. There was nobody to compare with him. He was the outstanding man of his time. 非常非常突出来的一个人物。In the steel industry, he enjoyed his work. I should ask you, do you enjoy your work? Well, it goes on to say, work to him was not drudgery. Okay? Drudgery. What is drudgery? 很难受的工作。Drudgery. Sometimes drudgery gives the idea 很无聊. Okay, I'll do it. It's drudgery. So it's not a happy feeling. If I consider work drudgery, it is something that I don't appreciate. 很难受，很无聊. But to Charles Schwab, work was a game, a pleasure. 对 Charles Schwab 来说 work was a game. 是一种游戏 okay, 一个享受 to pleasure 一种娱乐 pleasure and it was entertaining 使他很喜乐 Success in Schwab's case had nothing to do with luck. It was attitude. In Charles Schwab's case, see, we started the lesson talking about the casual person, 一般的人. They say, well, he's just lucky. No. It's not just luck. It's work and attitude. Success in Charles Schwab's case, 在他的情况之下, had nothing to do with luck. 跟运气一点都没有关系. It was an attitude. 当然他要努力，他不得不努力. He was working just like all the rest. He was working 2 hours extra every day. But the reason why he did not complain was simply this. He had an attitude. His attitude was one of appreciation for work and doing his very best. He was willing to invest. 投资他的精神 invest his energy in his work. So, success was the reason for his, the reason for his success was attitude. Okay. Well, so how about you? Are you successful? I hope it's because of an attitude and that you are a good worker too. Our email address, theoldprinciple@gmail.com, and our website, 我们的网站是 www.theoldprinciple.org. It's great to have you again with us today. I hope that you will bring a friend and join us next time. Until then, bye-bye.